The Ingenieur collection is one of IWC's oldest collections in our portfolio. A collection which was created in 1955 with a couple of technical innovations. First but foremost, our first automatic movements from IWC, back at the time created by Albert Peloton. With the relaunch now in 2017, we make a clear reference to this history in terms of technology, but also in terms of design. On the technical side, it is to mention that we really want to continue the technical legacy of this collection with a couple of new movements, which make a statement also towards IWC as a manufacturer and supporting our manufacturer strategy. But altogether, we were aiming at a very well-balanced portfolio with a very attractive pricing. In terms of design, we clearly refer to the original design from 1955 with a round case, a very prominent bezel, and the straight hands and indexes. The presence of luminescent material on the dial supports actually the ambition for a sports elegant watch. And together with a technical case design and technical bracelets and straps, we find a new twist combining actually elegance and sports in this new Ingenieur line. We introduce a new Ingenieur automatic 40mm, a watch with an automatic movement and a 3-hands dial, which makes a clear reference to the very first Ingenieur from 1955. The stainless steel case with the polished and satin finish details is a typical IWC finish on the case. And we have a dial which also is inspired by the typical look of the 50s. We have a silver dial with sunray finish, straight hands and obliques, and the luminescent material which secures readability at day and night. The watch is combined with an alligator strap and a pin buckle. The first IWC Ingenieur watches from 1955 have been 3-hands automatic watches. So the 3-hand automatic will be the centerpiece of the new Ingenieur collection in 2017. We have the reference here, the Ingenieur automatic 40mm. We have a 40mm stainless steel case, which is partly polished and satin finished to make the typical IWC look. We have a dial which is black with sunray finish and straight hands and obliques. The stainless steel case is combined with a new developed metal bracelet, and this bracelet is fitted with a folding clasp and a fine adjustment system which allows you to fine adjust the bracelet over a range of 5mm. The highlight of the Ingenieur automatic range is the new Ingenieur automatic 40mm in red gold. This piece features a 40mm red gold case, 18 karat gold, in combination with a slate grey dial and sunray finish. We have an automatic watch with a typical 3-hands look, hour, minute and second hand, a date at 3 o'clock, and a dial which features straight indexes, straight hands with luminescent material in a pale green. The red gold case is combined with a black alligator strap and a pin buckle in red gold. The new Ingenieur line has been created as a sports elegant range. In terms of sports, a chronograph definitely has to be a part of this line, and we designed a chronograph to be a central element in this collection. The new chronograph is the third manufactured chronograph from IWC. This new caliber 69 features the typical look with the 3 counters and the date window at 3 o'clock. The chronograph caliber 69 is encased in a 42mm stainless steel case with a typical IWC finish of polished and satin finished surfaces. We combine this with a dial look, which also is very much associated with our brand, a silver dial with golden hands and indexes, fitted with luminescent material for perfect readability day and night. A chronograph which you can see through the glass back. The chronograph is fitted with a stainless steel bracelet and a folding clasp with fine adjustment system. Blue dials have been always very successful with IWC watches, so it's logic to present one of the central pieces of the new Ingenieur collection with a blue dial. The Ingenieur chronograph in 42mm is embedded in a 42mm stainless steel case with a typical IWC finish of polished and satin finished surfaces. The case is fit with a metal bracelet and a déployant clasp with fine adjustment system. The manufactured chronographs show a typical layout of 3 counters and the date at 3 o'clock position, together with rectangular chronograph pushers, and we have a chronograph movement visible on the case back side. The color scheme of the chronograph combines the stainless steel of the case with a blue dial with sunray finish, rhodium hands and appliques, with pale green luminescent material for perfect readability. The highlight of the new Ingenieur chronograph range is definitely the Ingenieur chronograph 42 in red gold 18 karat. The new manufactured chronograph caliber 69 is encased in a 42mm red gold case with a typical IWC finish of satin finished and polished surfaces. The dial is in slate grey, fitted with a sunray finish, and combines the golden appliques and hands with pale green luminescent material for perfect readability. The glass caseback unveils the beauty of the new chronograph caliber. Through the back we see the beauty of that, the movement finishing, the column wheel and also the rotor. The new Ingenieur Chronograph Sport marks the sporty end of the new Ingenieur range. Fitted with the IWC-manufactured caliber 89, this chronograph combines beauty with technical perfection. The caliber 89 is encased in a titanium grade 5 case and secured by a soft iron inner case to protect the movement against magnetic fields. The chronograph is visible on the dial layout with a typical 12 and 6 o'clock counter and is equipped with 68 hours power reserve and a flyback function. The titanium grade 5 case is combined with a typical sports dial with black background, rhodium hands and appliques and white print and luminescent material. The case is combined with a calf leather strap and contrast stitching, finished with a pin buckle. The Chronograph Sport is limited to 500 pieces. IWC Schaffhausen and Mercedes-AMG are looking back at many years of successful brand partnership. To celebrate this year, the 50 years anniversary of Mercedes-AMG, we created a special piece in the new Ingenieur collection. The Ingenieur Chronograph 50th anniversary of Mercedes-AMG combines the typical motorsports looks with the technical ingenuity of our chronographs. The manufactured chronograph caliber 89 is encased in a titanium grade 5 case, diameter 44 millimeters, and features a dial with typical motorsports looks, which is inspired by tachymeters, featuring the minutes instead of the hours, and also referring to the typical AMG color scheme with white, black and red. The titanium case is equipped with a calf leather strap with a very sporty contrasting stitching and a pin buckle. One of the highlights is the case backs. The case back is visible and shows a soft iron inner case protecting the movement against magnetic fields, and the design of this soft iron inner case has been inspired by car disc brakes typical for Mercedes-AMG and making a reference to this partnership. The highlight of the new Ingenieur collection is the Ingenieur PERPETUAL Calendar Digital Date Months Chronograph, which combines the typical Ingenieur look with one of the two outstanding complications from IWC, the PERPETUAL Calendar Digital Date Months. We combine this PERPETUAL calendar with the manufactured chronograph caliber 89, which is clearly readable by the combination of the two counters on the dial. The digital perpetual calendar is a unique combination, showing the date and the months and the leap year via 5 discs behind the dial. We can clearly see the 2 discs which operate and display the date, another 2 showing the months, and the 5th disc at the 6 o'clock position showing the leap year. This perpetual calendar is driven by the chronograph caliber 89, visible through the sapphire glass caseback. We have a typical IWC movement finishing with Geneva stripe, blue screws and a solid gold rotor. The Ingenieur Perpetual Calendar Digital Date Months Chronograph comes in a 45mm red gold case with 18 karat and shows the typical finish with polished and satin finished surfaces. The Ingenieur Perpetual Calendar Digital Date Months Chronograph is limited to 100 pieces.